Hello there, and welcome to another of Andre's Artist Profiles. Today, I'm going to be profiling an artist that a lot of you out there may not know a lot about or anything about at all. He is a British artist from a Jamaican family, name of Junior Giscombe, I believe it's how it's pronounced, or more popularly known as simply Junior. And in 1982, Junior had an enormous hit on both sides of the coast, England and America, called Mama Used to Say. He even produced a music video to the song, which I suppose you can find here, kind of featuring graphics similar to this album cover for his debut album, J.I. Now, I have J.I. on vinyl for a long time, but the Def Jam Island Group released a lot of Mercury Funk era soul releases as imports around 2008, 2009. But the problem is they all went out of print really quickly. This album is again available on CD, but it has one of those borders around the cover, which I don't really personally care for. This is the original album graphic. I'm not going to bother opening it up because the CD is very generic, and this is the only other picture that appears on it. This is an excellent album. It melds live drumming, horns, with really harmonically advanced and melodic electronic synthesizer playing. Some of my favorite songs, aside from Mama Used to Say, are Is This Love, Down, Down, and Let Me Know. It's an amazing kind of late 70s style funk record, especially for the early 80s, produced in England. And just for all of you people who do know about this album, the song on here, Too Late, is an edited version. The original vinyl version has a much longer intro that's quite a bit different. I don't know if they remedied that on the new CD, which also has bonus cuts, but that's the only thing about this edition that I don't like, is that that song is so severely edited. Now, he had an album out in 1983 that I don't believe is on CD yet, that's called, I believe it's called Outside Looking In, or Inside Looking Out, I can never remember, but that hasn't been available on CD. But his next album was for a time, and it's fairly hard to get, but I managed to get it off Amazon, and it's Acquired Taste, released in 1984. Now, this particular album, actually 85 maybe, Dexter Wansel from Philadelphia and Arif Martin took over for production of this album. He's getting a little bit more into a mid-80s sound here, but, you know, the funk and the soul is still very much there. Again, the CD is nothing special. Just has kind of a Junior logo on it. But, you know, it shows he was expanding his musical output a little bit. If anything, there's a bit of a more of a live feel to this album in a lot of ways. This album is called Sophisticated Street and was released in 1988. This album is a little bit more freestyle, synth pop, dance, funk kind of music. But it does include a wonderful hand clap kind of hip hop friendly remix of Mama Used to Say. Actually, the first version that I heard, it came with a free CD that was all glued up from the 90s, where they used to put free CDs on books, and the book was called The Music Hound Guide to R&B. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a little biased, a little bit cynical. Of course, it came out in 1996, so you can't expect much more than that. Anyway, the next album I have by him was Stand Strong, which came out in 1991. I also believe this was made under another title. This album, you know, by 1991, on both sides of the Atlantic, you really couldn't avoid the New Jack Swing, high energy dance sound. And this album basically has that, but the songs are there. The songs are definitely there. There's the back of it. I know it looks like a bit of a kid's album, but it's definitely not. Junior may have had the name Junior, but he was not a kid. That's from MCA Records. Yeah, it's one of those CDs that's easy to find for 1 cent. And if you're into the early 90s kind of New Jack sound, that's pretty good. But, you know, Junior had a lot going for him as an artist. He varied his style, and he built on what was happening in his generation musically. And not only that, he managed to write good songs always to boot. And if you don't know about Junior, I would strongly check out more of his music on YouTube or streaming or wherever you can. He's a wonderful and very, very underrated artist. At least I feel to be so. So check him out. He's got a new album out, only available on Amazon for online downloading. Shell out the money and download it. It's Probably worth it. This guy is a really great artist. And that's what I have for Junior. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you next time.